The day Messi left. Barcelona. The streets of Barcelona had never felt this quiet. Even in the late hours of the night, the city usually pulsed with life, with fans discussing the latest match, children dreaming of one day wearing the famous Blaugrana jersey, and street artists sketching tributes to their footballing heroes. But today was different. Today, Lionel Andres Messi was leaving FC Barcelona. For over 2 decades, Messi had been the heart of the club. From the moment he arrived as a shy, undersized boy from Rosario, Argentina, to the day he lifted the Champions League trophy at Wembley, he had given everything to the badge. But now, at the age of 34, he stood in front of the press, his voice breaking, his eyes filled with tears, as he confirmed what no one wanted to believe. "I never imagined this day would come," Messi said, his hands shaking slightly. "I thought I would retire here, that my children would grow up watching me play in this stadium. But life doesn't always go the way we want." The room was silent. Journalists, normally eager to ask sharp questions, could only watch in stunned sadness. Some of them had covered Messi's career since he was a teenager. Now, they were witnessing the end of an era. The reason for his departure was a mix of financial difficulties, mismanagement, and La Liga's strict salary cap. Barcelona, drowning in debt, could no longer afford to register his contract. The club that had built its modern history around him was now forced to let him go. As Messi left the press conference, fans gathered outside the Camp Nou, waving flags and holding banners. Some were crying, some were singing his name, and others simply stood in silence, unable to process the reality. Later that night, Messi drove through the streets of Barcelona one last time before boarding a private jet to Paris. He passed by the Sagrada Familia, the beach where he had celebrated countless victories, and the Camp Nou, the stadium that had been his home for 21 years. His phone buzzed with messages, Xavi, Iniesta, Piqué, even Neymar, all sending their love and gratitude. As the plane took off, Messi looked out of the window. Below him, Barcelona glowed under the night sky, a city that had given him everything. He wiped his eyes, took a deep breath, and whispered to himself, "I will always be one of you." And with that, Lionel Messi left Barcelona, not as just a player, but as a legend whose name would live on forever.